Hello everybody, today I'll be doing another 2024 election prediction video. This one will be between Senator Marco Rubio and Vice President Kamala Harris. I've been trying to make shorter videos so it's easier to watch, it's shorter, and you guys get the information in a shorter time span. So, I'm going to try and go through this quickly. Obviously, I'm still going to go into explaining the closer states, but we'll start off with the safe states, and there isn't much to talk about them. And I'm not really going to be going into specific margins. I'll even include Colorado in the safe states. Anyway, 191 for Democrats, and then let's go with Republican safe states. And that is the usual as well. And I'm going to include Iowa as well. And I'm not going to include Ohio just because I'm still going to include it in a bellwether state, but I will include Iowa just because of how far it's went to the right. And with Kamala Harris at the head of the Democrat ticket, I just don't see her performing very well at all in that area of the country. Anyway, likely Democrat states: New Mexico, Virginia, Maine at large. 3 states, I believe, will go likely to Harris, and she has obviously a very good shot at. Likely Republicans are Ohio, Florida, and Maine second. Ohio will probably go to Rubio by about 7 or 8 points. And Florida, same thing, maybe 5 or 6 points, maybe 7 points. Rubio did win his Senate race there in 2016 by 7.7 points. Obviously, we'll see what happens in 2022, but at this rate, Rubio will do very well in Florida and Maine second due to the trends there as well. Likely Democrats, lean Democrats, will be New Hampshire. That probably will be 2 to 3 points. Rubio will probably be doing a little bit better than Trump did. Harris is not as popular with the suburbs. She's much more to the left than Biden. Rubio obviously has more of, I think, a suburban appeal, and he could be doing fine there. I don't think he has the best appeal in the Rust Belt either, but I do think that Harris is just disliked in a negative way. I think the people in the Rust Belt probably at the moment have a neutral view of Rubio. At the moment, at least. Minnesota, however, will continue to be lean Democrat. Probably Harris will win it by 3 or 4 points. And that's continuing the trends. Biden won it by about 7. Harris is much less popular in the Rust Belt. Rubio's neutral. It'll trend to the right a little bit, but Harris will hold on to it for the Democrats for at least another election cycle. Let's go to lean Republican now. First, lean, and I'm not going to include Nevada in the lean Democrat states because, well, I guess I'll explain it later. Lean Republican, North Carolina, a high proportion of Democrats to Republicans in North Carolina. I think Rubio will do well there. Same with Texas and Nebraska second. I think he'll do well in the suburban county of Nebraska, and he'll take that back from what the Democrats took in 2020. Harris, I don't think will be popular there. So I think we are finally on to our tilt states. So first tilt state to the Democrats will be Michigan. I think that Rubio will have a hard time gaining in the Rust Belt just because he's neutral there. Michigan trending to the right at a slower pace. It'll still tilt to Harris by maybe 0.5%, maybe even less than 0.5%. It'll be very close in in Michigan. With Rubio, I think he will tilt, however, the state of Arizona. I think it will tilt back in the Republican column. Just because he does have that strong Hispanic appeal, that strong Cuban appeal, Puerto Rican, Venezuelan. The Arizona is much more Hispanic than Michigan or the Rust Belt, and I do think he will do particularly well in Arizona. Another tilt Republican state I see being Nevada. I think Rubio will also do pretty well in Nevada, and he probably is one of the few Republican candidates that has a serious shot at winning Nevada, whatever you prefer to call it, just given significantly towards the heavily Hispanic population and the fact that Hispanics have been trending to the right in their voting records, with obviously the recent Hispanic gains made in the 2020 election by Donald Trump, who is not even Hispanic and won't even have the best resonation with those Hispanic voters. Tilt Democrat, I still see Georgia being a tilt Democrat state. It's been shifting to the left. Rubio could get more Hispanics back there, could get more suburban support. I still see Harris clinging on to it again, and the shift to the left won't be as big as it was from 2016 to 2020. Harris will win by 0.7, 0.8%, just a rough estimate. Final two states is the Rust Belt. I see Wisconsin tilting to Marco Rubio, just due to the shifts, Wisconsin shifting to the right in past elections, and I think Rubio will hold on to it. I mean, not hold on to it, will regain it. Biden only won it by 0.5%, Trump won it by 0.7, and Obama won it by 7.7 points, won it by over 10 points in 2008. Bush lost it both elections. Clinton won it both elections. So I do think the shift will continue, and Rubio will finally, I guess Republicans will finally start to begin the trend of taking back that state, because I think they will have a very, very good chance at winning it in many future elections to come. In the final state, Pennsylvania, which will decide the 2024 election, I see Harris clinging on to Pennsylvania, another extremely close election. Believe me, I don't plan this like this. I don't mean for Harris to be 175 to 163. It's just that everyone's so polarized in the country today. Everything's so close. The margins are so close. The election is going to be close. And, you can say that's a good or a bad thing, but that is the way that my prediction ended up. If you disagree with any of the state calls, please tell me why in the comments, and I will do my best to get back to you. And I guess share my opinion. But I'll show you what the new election map would look like, because I always like to take a look at it, obviously, with how this would look. So a bit more red in the Nevada-Arizona region, and I guess a spot more red in the Rust Belt, but the Democrats hold on to the election. Barely, but they hold on. Harris will be the 47th president of the United States based on this prediction. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll end the video here. Please make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate all the support. I'd love to get up to 100 subscribers by the end of the year. That would be awesome. Get into the triple digits. But anyway, like the video, comment if you disagree, and make sure to subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more videos. Have a great day.